Everybody, if we're going to get started, thank you all for coming to the presentations of our 2019 CAPS students. We're so happy to have everyone here to celebrate all of their accomplishments, these projects that they've been working on for the last few months. So today, in this block, to cap off our presentations this year.
Pun intended.
Pun intended, Nathan knows. We're going to have Nathan Persampieri talking about his dual internship this semester at both the Massachusetts State House and Understanding Our Differences. Without further ado, Nathan Persampieri.
Thank you. Hi everyone. Thank you for coming to my CAPS presentation. So I'm going to be talking about my experience at both the State House and Understanding Our Differences. So a little bit who I am. If you already know me, you know that I'm fun to be around, a welcoming and inclusive person, passionate about inclusion and disability rights, and I enjoy doing photography and theater. If you saw some of my theater productions earlier, you know that. So, but why did I decide to do CAPS? Well, I explored many different pathways in the past, and I was really tired of the classroom setting, and CAPS sounded like a good transition for me from now until when I start my career at Mass Bay. So I interned at, like I said, the State House and Understanding Our Differences here in Newton. At the State House, I took a risk. I didn't really know what I was getting into there, but I dived into politics. I worked for our state representative, Kay Khan, but I didn't have that good of experience. This is me and Kay, so yeah. These are some photos. On the left is me on the first day of the job, and on the right is me working at my computer. So yeah. And then I got to get a tour of the Senate chamber with my friend Brian Barash. On the right is a picture of Brian and I, so that was really cool. So during my experience, Kay was working on a bill to ban conversion therapy. So that is basically a practice for LGBTQ people who to change their sexual orientation from heterosexual to homosexual. So she was working on a bill to ban that, and so I went to a community signing, and there's me signing the bill. So funny story about this. On the last day I got to visit the governor's office. I got to sit in the governor chair and be Governor Nathan for a day, or an afternoon. So that was really cool to see. And here is Kay and I again on the last day, sort of on the balcony. Whoops. So I didn't have a great experience, like I mentioned before, because I can admit it can be a little slow sometimes. And there wasn't a lot for me to do a lot of the time. I had the original idea of showing a movie called Intelligent Lives. Most of you have probably never heard of this movie, but the movie is about 3 people with or young adults with intellectual disabilities trying to navigate post-secondary education and the workforce and things like that. But unfortunately, we ran out of time, which is a bummer because I really wanted to show that. But although I didn't have a great experience, and again, just because I don't have a great experience doesn't mean others won't as well. People have their own opinions, and I get that. It just wasn't for me. I just wanted you to know that. But despite me not having a great experience, I got to meet a lot of cool people. I got a chance to talk to the ADA coordinator of the state, Carl Richardson. I interviewed him, and that interview is on my website. And I got to write letters to constituents, which I've never done. So constituents are people that K-Con responds to. So she is in the 11th Middlesex District, and she handles a lot of people. So if there are issues that people are concerned about, they can write to her by email or call her on the phone. So I got to do that, and I also got to draft some social media posts about banning conversion therapy, and another bill she worked on was ending child marriage. So that is a big issue in the US or in Massachusetts. But now I want to shift gears from my time at the State House to understanding our differences. So understanding our differences, just to give you some background if you don't know, is a nonprofit. It's based here in Newton, so it's very local, and it teaches elementary school students how to be more compassionate. There's different units, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders take, and my goal for my time at Understanding Our Differences is that I wanted to help that organization expand, because they're only in the elementary schools right now, and I think it would be a great addition. I think it would benefit some of the high school students, a lot of high school students. And then this is a picture with Mayor Fuller at Understanding Our Differences had a spring benefit, and I got a chance to take a picture with the mayor. And so what did I do when I was there? So I worked on this ability unit, which is a unit where we talk about people's different abilities and like disabilities and stuff. And actually right now is perfect timing. I'm up here and I'm giving this talk, and at the same time my leadership class is running this unit. But this is like a trial one, but I hope to bring it to other schools as well, like Newton South next year, maybe, possibly. And so the lessons plans for each day will be on my website, but right now this is a little snapshot of what we are doing. So day one, we are focusing on language and history. We did that yesterday. Day two, which was supposed to be today, but not a lot of students showed up because it was senior skip day. We will hear from myself, some of the other students, and then day three is how this all connects to other units we talk about in the class, like race, gender, and sexuality. So a lot of these resources will be available on my website soon, but I just want to play you this clip. This is a TED Talk by Judy Heumann about disability rights, so I want to play that for you now.
So I've spent my entire life fighting for disability rights. And I can tell you that the challenges that I face are the same challenges that disabled people face around the world. It shouldn't be a big deal that I am here on this stage, coming up a ramp, having a sign language interpreter who I can't see but I know is out there, and being, as the introduction said, a disabled woman, wheelchair rider, who had polio from Brooklyn and can in fact be a diplomat. But that's not the way it's always been. So let me please take you back in time. I was born in 1947, a long time ago. And when I was 18 months old, I had polio in one of the last epidemics in the United States of polio. In 1949, my mother was pregnant with my brother Joseph, 8 months pregnant, is when I contracted polio. And then I was in an iron lung for 3 months and in and out of the hospital for 3 years. Next.
So that is a little bit a glimpse of what the class is like. We had people in the class